Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today's video is me predicting the NHL 2021 standings. It's still weird to say 2021 because 2020 flew by. But the NHL is starting on Wednesday. The schedule is out. Majority of the teams are playing on Thursday. I think there's about like 5 games on Wednesday. And yeah, I'm recording this on a Sunday, so most teams are playing their exhibition games. Obviously, like two teams aren't playing against each other. It's just one team divided their roster to play. So, for example, I just watched the Toronto Maple Leafs. It was Team Blue versus Team White. They just, separated and made lines and whatever. Did an exhibition game, NHL style, 3 20-minute periods plus floods and all that. So, let's start off with the North Division. This is how the divisions look like: Calgary, Edmonton, Montreal, Ottawa, Toronto, Vancouver, Winnipeg. I have it on both sides. I don't know why. But it just looked weird on one side. But so let's do this. Number 8, oh my god, number 8. That's a botch. There's 7 teams because there's 7 Canadian teams. I'm so used to saying 8. But number 7, I have Ottawa. Now, obviously, Ottawa's going through a rebuild. And in my opinion, they're ahead of their, rebuild. They had a crazy offseason. Drafting wise, signing wise, Ottawa's going to be a really good team in the near future. But I think, this division is really good. I think Ottawa is going to be last. Number 6, Winnipeg Jets. Now, this division is tough. Like, from the number 1 seed, I think they're going to get. You will see it later. Actually, I'm going to put it all out and then I'll get into this. So number 5, I have the Habs. Habs improved tremendously during the offseason. They pulled the upset against Pittsburgh. I even had Pittsburgh sweeping Montreal. So, Montreal got really good during the offseason. Number 4, Vancouver. This team had an amazing playoff run. And I think they did get a bit worse during the offseason. A lot of their players went to Calgary. So it'll be interesting. A lot of players from Vancouver went to Calgary. And some players from Calgary went to Vancouver. So it was a bit of I guess trade. Number 3, the Oilers. Now this team, literally they could finish 6th for all we know. They could finish first. After that playoff performance against Chicago, man, Edmonton has a lot of question marks, and they shouldn't because, how many draft picks did they get first in a row? Was it 3 years in a row or something like that? But I don't know. Number 2, Calgary. Now, this team got better during the offseason. It's pretty much Vancouver at that point. They picked up Markstrom. Calgary lacks goalie, and they picked up a really good, young, and upcoming goalie in Jacob Markstrom. As you guys know, I am Canadian. This is my favorite division by far. Calgary is my second favorite team, which is my favorite Canadian team because I am Canadian. So obviously, if I'm Canadian, I'm going to have a favorite Canadian team, and that is Calgary. And oh boy, I love Calgary. Kachuk, definitely favorite player on the team. Man, I cannot wait for the Battle of Alberta. That's what I am invested for. Calgary versus Edmonton 10 times this season. Oh boy, I can't wait. And obviously, number 1, no question about it, is Toronto. Now, looking at this division, Toronto's getting first. All right. Take Toronto out of the equation. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7 teams. For all we know, Winnipeg could finish 2nd, for all we know. This division is so tightly contested. Ottawa might not even finish last. All right. I don't know if you guys do not know. Only 4 teams make the playoffs. So the top 4 teams. So at this case, I have the Habs, Jets, Senators out. Ottawa isn't making the playoffs. But after Ottawa, and it's any team's game, any team can make the playoffs. So let's go into it. West. The teams consist of Anaheim, Arizona, Colorado, Los Angeles, Minnesota, San Jose, St. Louis, and Vegas. So at number 8, I have Los Angeles. They're going through a rebuild. They have a lot more to do, and I don't see them making playoffs at all. Number 7, Anaheim. Same reason. But they do have a good goalie, so I'll admit that. But their team overall is terrible. Number 6, Sharks. Now, don't get me wrong. They're not going to make the playoffs. But they were not supposed to do that bad in that season. So, New San Jose team, they did lose a couple players. But, I don't know. I don't know. Looking at these teams, you guys know who the top 4 team is just by looking at the division. Number 5, Minnesota. Now, this team is a literally 500 team. If you pull up, if you type in on the internet, whatever, what is a 500 club team? And it'll show you Minnesota Wild. This team is always 500. They're never a top team in their division. They're never a bottom team. They're always spank on in the middle. And they're always first round exits. And I think they're going to be 5th. I know that's not middle, but realistically it's middle, 4th and 5th. Coyotes, 4th. Blues, 3rd. Golden Knights, 2nd. Avalanche, 1st. Really no explanation. These 4 teams are making the playoffs. The rest are not. So, but I'll keep saying this until the Avalanche do. The Avalanche are my pick to win the cup. I'll say this every single year until they win because I just think they will. The Central. Now, this division is terrible. It literally consists of 3 good teams. Yeah, Hawks, I don't need to explain. They're going through a rebuild, and Jonathan Toews is out most likely for the whole season. Kirby Dach is injured. They lost their goalies. This team is going downhill. Number 7, Detroit. I don't need to explain. Panthers, they lost a lot during the offseason. They lost their big players. Mike Hoffman, I don't think he's going to go back, or else they would have re-signed him by now, trust me. They just lost another player. I forget who. Yeah, but, I don't know. I don't see and then we have the Predators. This team's on the decline. Number 4, the Blue Jackets. Now, this team is the most underrated team in the NHL. It doesn't matter what team they have. They will always make playoffs. Trust me, they will make playoffs this year. 3rd, I said Stowless. I meant to say Dallas. 3rd, Dallas Stars. I don't think they will go back to the Cup finals this year, but I do think they will make it. And, yeah, Canes, Bolts. Do I need to explain why the Bolts are 1st? No. Most likely they're the team that's going to win back-to-back, let's be honest. East, the toughest division. Look at this. Boston, Buffalo, New Jersey, Islanders, Rangers, Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, Washington. That's a hard division. Number 8, I have the Devils. Now, besides Blackwood, I don't know who the Devils have, if I'm being honest. They signed Corey Crawford, and he retired. I don't know who your backup is. There's a lot of back-to-backs this year. That's all I'm going to say. And this division is the toughest division in the NHL. Look at the teams that's in this division. Number 7, Pittsburgh. They're on the decline. Number 6, the Rangers. They are on the rise, but they lack defense. They have good offense. Defense, not good. Number 5, the Caps. Yeah, they had a pretty good offseason, but the only players they sign are beer league players, if I'm being honest. Look who they signed. Zdeno Chara. Literally 45. I don't know. This team is a bunch of beer league players. Number 4, Sabres. The pickup of Taylor Hall is huge. Buffalo always has a good start to the season, and then they do terrible. I see the same thing happening, but I do see them making the playoffs. Number 3, the Bruins, my favorite team. Pastrnak is injured till mid-February. I don't know about Marchand. I think he's coming. Will he be ready for the start of the season? I don't know. If not, he will be ready by late January. But, this division is a hard division. Islanders, they just signed Matthew Barzal. Islanders are a good team, and obviously number 1 is Philadelphia. So that's my predictions, and I'll probably come back to this video after the season and see how I did. I still have to do that for baseball, but anyways, hockey starts Wednesday, and what do they say? Let's drop the puck, boys. All right, peace.